How about them Cowboys?
Angry Cowboys Fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys Fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and I have got to give y'all my take on this whole Tetairoa McMillan video that was leaked to the media about how he doesn't like to watch football or like to watch film on his own. Cowboys Nation, I know everyone who's watching this video has seen the manufactured rage with the video that came out that was leaked showing Arizona wide receiver Tetairoa McMillan saying that he doesn't like to watch football or film. If you haven't seen the clip, allow me to play it for you right now.
You don't watch football? At all?
At all.
Is it hard to watch film then if you don't like watching football?
Yeah.
For real? That's crazy.
I don't like watching film either. I don't ever need to watch it by myself because we go over as a receiver group.
People are raging out about this, Cowboys Nation. People are allowing this talented young man's stock to fall in this upcoming draft. And all I got to say is, please let him fall to the Dallas Cowboys. Please let Tetairoa McMillan fall to the Dallas Cowboys. But Cowboys Nation, I want to show y'all something. I got a few clips for y'all just to show y'all that this isn't as huge as some people would have you believe. I mean, I respect people's takes on the issue, but I personally don't see this being an issue that most are making it out to be. The three clips that I want to show y'all is from Hall of Fame running back Curtis Martin. This is from his Hall of Fame speech. So we're going to listen to those three clips that I got for y'all, and y'all know what we're going to do. We're going to come back and unpack this raw and uncut. So, Angry Cowboys fans, let's take a listen to the clips from Curtis Martin's Hall of Fame speech.
Well, listen, this has just been unbelievable for me. And I'll tell you this. I came into Canton this week, and everyone here who knows me, this section, everyone here knows me. You know that I was never a football fan. I wasn't the type of guy to watch football. I could probably count on my one hand how many football games I've watched from beginning to end in my lifetime. And also, another thing about me is that I played running back, and I'm up here because of how many yards I ran. And everyone who knows me also knows that I hate to run. I don't like to run at all. I box now to stay in shape just because I don't want to run anywhere.
All right, Cowboys Nation, you heard Curtis Martin, a Hall of Fame player who doesn't like the game of football, who doesn't watch the game of football, that can count on his hand the complete games that he has watched. Not only that, he's a running back that didn't like to run. But guess what? This running back is in the Hall of Fame for his play, for his yardage. The simple fact that he didn't like to run or he didn't watch football, it wasn't a factor, Cowboys Nation. It didn't factor in what he contributed on the field. But let's go ahead and listen to this second clip that I got for you. Let's roll it.
And when I'm in situations like this, especially when I'm being honored for something that I've achieved in football, it always makes me feel a little awkward and out of place because, I've just never really been able to identify with the love and the passion that a lot of my colleagues and a lot of the other alumni of the Hall of Fame, that they have. I mean, most of these guys have lived for the game of football and, eat, breathe, sleep football. And I was someone who was somewhat forced to play football.
Man, this man is dropping jewels at his Hall of Fame speech. He wasn't one of those types that craved football. He wasn't one of those types that wanted football in his life. He was one of those types that he felt that he was forced to play football. Now, Cowboys Nation, if we would have heard that before the draft, would we have drafted this Hall of Famer or would we have missed out on him? Come on, Cowboys Nation. Now we're going to go ahead and get into this third clip, and then we're going to get into my Raw and Uncut. But I warn you, the third clip is a little long, so please bear with me. I had to cut it down a little bit due to audience reactions and laughing and clapping. But anyhow, y'all rock with me, and we'll get into this Raw and Uncut. Let's go ahead and roll that third clip.
I can remember draft day like it was yesterday. And my family and I were sitting around, and we're watching the draft, and the phone rings, and it's Bill Parcells. I answer the phone, I say hello, and Parcells says, Curtis, we want to know if you're interested in being a New England Patriot. And I said, yes, sir. And we hang up the phone. As soon as we hang up the phone, I turn around to everyone, and I said, oh my gosh, I do not want to play football. No, you laughing, but this is real. This is the truth. I turn around, I say, I don't want to play football. I don't even know that I like football enough to try to make a career out of it. And my pastor at the time was a guy by the name of Leroy Joseph. And I'm so glad he was there to talk some sense into me. So he says, Curtis, look at it this way, man. He said, maybe football is just something that God's given you to do all those wonderful things that you say you want to do for other people. And I'll tell you, it was like a light bulb came on in my head. That became my connection with football. And I don't know if he wouldn't have said that to me if football would have got out of me what it got out of me. I definitely wouldn't be standing here. And ever since he said that, I knew that the only way I was going to be successful at this game called football was if I played for a purpose that was bigger than the game itself, because I knew that the love for the game just wasn't in my heart.
You see, Cowboys Nation, the love for the game wasn't in Curtis Martin's heart. He had somebody actually go up to him who was his pastor and say, maybe there's a higher calling for you to play football. Maybe there is a defined reason for you to play football. And it talked him into it, and it talked him into taking football seriously. But y'all ready for this Raw and Uncut? Y'all ready? Let's get it. Cowboys Nation, I swear this rage is uncalled for. This rage, I feel, is manufactured. I feel that the rage over the Tetairoa McMillan video is purposely making him fall in the draft stock. First and foremost, I want to talk about this. The quality of that video, the way the video was shot. This wasn't an interview of T-Mac. This was a hit piece, Cowboys Nation. If this was an interview, why was the phone sat down in somebody's lap and Tetairoa McMillan was talking to somebody over there? It was as if they were trying to catch him in something. It was as if they were secretly recording this man. They were recording this man while he was eating. Not only that, they were recording him while he was a freshman. Do you not think that his love for the game has changed ever since he was a freshman, now that he's about to be going into the NFL and potentially playing for a contending team? Come on, Cowboys Nation. T-Mac is not the only football player that has gone on record to say that they don't like to watch football and they don't like to watch film. The reason why I showed the Curtis Martin Hall of Fame speech is to show you guys that just because you don't like a sport doesn't mean that you can't flourish in said sport. When I was in middle school and I was in high school, I loved the game of football. I still love the game of football. That's my first love. But I would play basketball. I didn't like basketball. I didn't like to watch basketball, but I was naturally gifted and talented, and with my height, able to play the sport. I only played the sport because, hey, basketball was during a time where football wasn't in play. It was basketball season, not football. And in order to stay in shape, in order to, be this athlete, I played basketball. I hated watching film. I love watching Michael Jordan because he is the GOAT and he's a legend, but I could count on my fingers how many real basketball games that I actually watched because I wasn't a fan of the sport, even though I played it. And I see people comparing this to a Kyler Murray of the Arizona Cardinals. Remember when he was looking to get his extension, they put a caveat in his contract saying that he had to watch film? Cowboys Nation, this has nothing to do with the Kyler Murray situation. It is not even comparable, Cowboys Nation. For one, you had a rookie wide receiver at Arizona, the college, saying that he didn't like to watch film, as opposed to the leader of the Arizona Cardinals going into his first contract, meaning that he has been in the league for over 4 years, going for that first contract and doesn't like to watch film. I'm sorry, but at that time, you're in the league, you're getting a check from the league, you are the leader of a team, you better be in there doing your homework, you better be in there watching film. And it's not like Tetairoa McMillan said that he doesn't watch film. He watches film with the wide receivers as well as the wide receiver coach. He watches film with that room. It's not like he doesn't watch film at all. He's just not bringing his homework home with him, according to his rookie season being in college. But I get what people are saying. I get what everybody's saying. You want the people that you bring to your team, you want them to have this insatiable love for the game. You want them to be NFL heads. You want them to watch all kinds of film, study from the greats like a Tom Brady, who was a film nerd. You want those people to be like that, Cowboys Nation. But what happens when you run into a person like a Mozzie Smith who says, I really don't like football, but I love to be violent? What's the mantra that Brian Schottenheimer's trying to bring to the Dallas Cowboys this year? Violence. He has said it numerous times. He wants this team to be violent. I'm sorry, but if I can go find somebody that plays rugby that's a big brute that really doesn't like football but loves to be violent, is there an issue with that, Cowboys Nation? Do we really think that Brandon Aubrey was over playing soccer talking about, I'm going to be one of the best NFL kickers in the league? I don't think so, Cowboys Nation. I truly don't think so. But Angry Cowboys fans, I am saying that to say this. Just because T-Mac said this in his first year in college doesn't mean that he hasn't met that mentor that Curtis Martin met in his pastor to tell him that there's a higher calling than just what he wants, that playing football might be his higher calling. Has he had a person in his life to sit him down and say, this is your path and you need to take your path seriously? Does he have that person in his life that is saying, if you watch film, you will be even greater than what you are right now? You can only go off of talent alone so much to where you need to be prepared for the game. You know what I'm saying? You have to go watch film. You have to be instrumental in your practices. You have to be able to want to be the best person out on that field. And honestly, when you're in high school, you may have some of those exceptions that are, gym rats that go into the gym and do nothing but work out. But you also have those people who don't want to be the gym rat, who doesn't want to be the film guys. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that they can't play their best. I feel that T-Mac is going to be an impact on the league no matter where he goes. But honestly, I want him to be a Dallas Cowboy because I love his size. I love his agility. I love his athletic ability. And to know that he doesn't watch film on his own and he only watches it in the meeting rooms and the wide receiver rooms and stuff like that, that means that man has more room to grow. He hasn't hit his ceiling yet. Just imagine if he took all that time to become a film rat and to study the defensive backs, to study their tendencies, to study the upcoming opponents. Don't you think he would be that much better? I mean, come on, Cowboys Nation. Don't let this one story spoil you on Tetairoa McMillan, because I believe he will be a steal come pick 12. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Cowboys Nation, did I drive my point home? Is watching film as serious as other people would have you believe it is, especially during the rookie season of your college career, Cowboys Nation? Y'all know how we do it. We always talk about it in the comment section. But if you're digging this content and want to help get it out to even more Dallas Cowboys fans, drop a like on this video and please consider sharing it with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan. Congratulate Rome from Cowboys Fan Talk for hitting 30 1,000 subscribers. I'm trying to get there with you, my friend, but right now we are looking at the goal of 10,000 subscribers, and I need your help in doing it, guys. So if you could, please share this content with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan. If you are DC for life and just want people to ignore this bullshit and go ahead and draft Tetairoa McMillan with the 12th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live, release a video, podcast episode, film breakdown, draft coverage, or Madden 25 or college football 25 gameplay. Don't let this be the deciding factor as to why you do not bring this weapon to the Dallas Cowboys, Cowboys Nation. Do not let this be the deciding factor as to why you will not bring Dak Prescott, a 6'5" wide receiver, to help him as well as CeeDee Lamb to relieve some of the pressure from the both of them. This needs to be put in perspective and realize the fact that, hey, he was a freshman when he said this. Now he's a junior going into the NFL draft to potentially change his family's future for the rest of their lives. This has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.